What's up tankers, welcome back to the club. In today's video I will be talking about the Charlemagne, the brand new tier 8 British premium heavy tank. It's still right now available in the store. We can buy the crates and go for this tank. You can see also my Charlemagne containers opening. I got this tank after 12 crates, so I wish all of you who are trying to get this tank that you will be luckier maybe than me and get it out from maybe the first crate or the second crate, who knows. And yeah, this tank is really, yeah, kind of special to play. It's not beginner friendly, and it's not OP to say it straight in the beginning of this video. I will tell you later in the end of this video my neutral opinion about this tank, but it's definitely not beginner friendly, but at the same time it's fun to play. So what do we have here? We got a TPM of 2k of TPM, but we have a no full penetration. Even with calibrated shells we have only 238 of standard shells penetration and 174 for the best shells. We got hash shells on this tank and we got normal HE shells. That's the fun factor of playing with this tank. So for example, if you just can't spam, just switch very fast to your hash shell and you will be able to deal 100 to 200 of damage, whatever you penetrate or not, with splash damage. If you manage to penetrate with your hash shell, we can deal really a huge amount of damage. We can go for, as we can see there, 588 of damage per shot. And also interesting, with a normal HE shell, the free ones, we can even go for 663. So playing with this tank is the art of switching shells, so you can master the playstyle of this game. If you want to do a lot of damage, you want to be able to switch very fast your shells, and you need to be a skilled player because you need to know which are the weak spots of every enemy tank, and it's gonna be automatic without thinking a lot. Automatically you gotta switch very fast and you know, okay, I can pen this one with a HE shell, I can pen this one with a best shell, or you decide to go for a normal AP shell because you know you can't anyway penetrate with your hash shell or with your HE shell. It's really the art of switching shells playing with this tank, and it's really not easy at all to master the playstyle of this tank. Just straight from the beginning, so you don't make a mistake and you think you're going to get a super heavy tank, beginner friendly. No, it's not. Okay, if you are not a skilled player, leave your hands away from this tank. Yeah, so I'm going for Gunrama, even we don't have a good penetration, because it's really not the highest CPM and I want to make damage in my battles. I'm going for the supercharger. We have also a good gun dispersion, not bad for a heavy tank, 0.97. Use the defense system. Please use the defense system, because if you don't use it, we have a problem here with this tank. I played without defense system and my crew was always injured. The driver, the gunner, whatever, always. And as I switch to the defense system, doesn't happen no more. Improved assembly, we have a strong turret, we can't anyway maximize it, and the hull is anyway trash. Everybody gonna pen you, that's why I go for the improved assembly. Enhanced tracks, improved optics, engine accelerator to have more speed, and the high-end consumables. I'm using, as you can see here, standard fuel and improved fuel. I'm going for more mobility than having a better DPM. Also the pudding tea, because I'm playing with this tank like a helium tank. I go to mostly to medium side, because there I can penetrate the enemies. I can do most of the damage, of course, if my team split. If not, I just go always with my team. If I have some teammates who are going medium side, I go always medium side, because there I can do my damage with my HE and with my hash shells. That's why I prefer to go medium side, because even with AP shells I'm not able to penetrate the heavies, especially the tier 8 and the tier 9 ones, with my normal shells, and that's the problem with this tank. We have not the best penetration, and that's why we have to adapt to the playstyle, and we have to adapt to the weakness of this tank. We know to the weakness of this tank, and with that adapt the playstyle for this tank. Yeah, consumables, we have no special ones. I'm using here safety first, using 2 repair kits and adrenaline. This is the legendary camouflage of this tank called Inventor. Looks really so dope, and I like it definitely. So with this vehicle we have here, we can deal 390 of average damage, but as you saw we can do much more damage using hash shells and HE shells. Using gun armor we have here 11.69 of reload time, so really a long reload time, and this tank is not made to go front line because of that. And this speed is okay for a tier 8 heavy tank. It's more than the average, so it's actually a fast heavy tank if we use the improved fuel. And yeah, so the gun depression is also not bad. We got here 8 degrees of gun depression, and with that we can do the job and we can play hull down and block a lot of damage thanks to our strong turret, which we're going to now inspect with the armor inspector. This is what a tier 9 heavy tank is going to see if we are in front of him. So the hull is easy to penetrate, as I told you guys, only 200 millimeters. So most of the tier 7, 8 or 9 heavies are going to pen us. Maybe the tier 7 mediums will struggle to penetrate our hull, but don't risk it. Just try to play always hull down. Try to go on hills or on high ground, or just hide this part here behind obstacle and use your gun depression to sneak your shots, move forward, fire, then roll back, and with that we're going to block a lot of damage if we rely on our frontal armor. Of course, I think tier 9 TDs will have it much more easier to penetrate us if they are using premium shells, but we still can block some damage because it's not easy to aim on that weak spots. And with or without enhanced armor, as we can see there, it's not a huge difference. We are pretty OP against tier 7, for example, lights. Okay, so look at this, even on flat ground we are pretty strong against tier 8, I guess. They will also struggle a lot to penetrate us. For example, here the tier 49 using premium shells is not able to pen us with his heat shells. Let's take another tank, I don't know, a German tank, for example, the RU-251 using heat shells. Yeah, using premium shells he will pen us, but it will still difficult, but don't risk it. But if, for example, using normal shells, we are also pretty strong with our armor here. But safety first, just play hull down, and with that you are going to be, I'm not going to say invincible, but let's say the shot will, there is, let's say, a probability that the shot will bounce. Let's say, I don't know, a 70 to 80% probability that the shot will be blocked if we are held down and showing only our turret. Now, how to drive this vehicle. I got for you in this video 2 nice battles showcasing us this tank. So as I told you, it's the art of switching shells, and we need to be, as I told you, a very experienced player, a very skilled player to penetrate with this vehicle, because we have a no full penetration and we need to know very fast where are the weak spots. As we saw, I was aiming on the IS-6 right there with my hash shell, then I saw I can't pen him, I switched very fast to AP shell, and I was already aiming on his lower plate. So with that, you're not going to lose a lot of time trying to find the weak spots, and you can just easily fire your shots. And yeah, on flat ground we cannot just stay in front of the enemy and we have to roll back again. So we need to react very fast in front of the enemy, and we need to switch the shells very fast if you are on flat ground. Of course, we can also, I don't know what the ISU is doing here, if we are on hull down spots, if you are hiding our frontal hull, we can take our time and aim in peace as long we are showing our frontal armor. So till now we blocked 800 of damage, only one shot going through, but we will keep dealing more damage here in this battle. The Conway, thanks a lot mate, showing us his frontal hull, so that was a free shot using my hash shell. That was an invitation to fire on him, my hash shell, Let's pen him again with a hash shell, going for 378 of damage. Oh, he penned me now, also with a hash shell. And now let's finish that dude. Here we go. The IS-5 couldn't pen me. The Tiger 2 was able to pen me, but I penetrated him with a hash shell from the side. Now going down, running away from the IS-5. And doing the finishing shot with my hash shell on the IS-5. And that's the advantage having those hash shells in your magazine, because you can fire whatever you want, especially for the finishing shots when the enemy is low HP. Just fire whatever you want and you will deal your damage, 100 to 200 of damage, thanks to splash damage. And that's really the advantage, having some hash shells in your magazine, so you can without worrying, fire your shells and be sure that you're going anyway to deal some damage if you are, let's say, have no chest to penetrate.
Enemy armor is hit.
So, as you saw in this battle here, that wasn't always easy to penetrate the enemies. We got really problems. We have to aim a lot on the weak spots in order to deal our damage. Looks maybe easy here in this battle, but trust me, it's not easy at all to always focus and always aiming on that weak spots, because we have not the best penetration, and that's why it's really very hard to penetrate the enemy, especially the tier 8 and 9 heavies with this gun. But that didn't stop me to go for 2.8k of damage, and also that's why I picked up for you this battle, guys, to show you that the frontal turret of this tank is really working pretty good. We blocked here in this battle 1.5k of damage, and with that we had the first class mastery badge and we got 123k of credits, but I think I was using here in this battle credit boosters. And the second situation for this review gonna be actually a similar play side, always sneaking my shots from hull down spots like this in the beginning of the battle and trying to aim. So on the weak spots of the enemy. So now I blocked already a shot thanks to my position here, and let's finish the Kyler. Here we go, 3 free shots on the Kyler. I think now he will remember definitely my name after those 3 sneaky shots. Now I will try to hash the AMX. Here we go, but that wasn't a full penetration. Even with that I dealt 231 of damage, even without penetration, thanks to precision fire. So that's the nice thing. If you are not sure to penetrate, just fire the hash shell and forget. You will anyway do some damage. Take the damage whatever you can with, instead of thinking a lot, can I pen, can I not pen, and switching the shells a lot. If the time you don't have a lot of time to aim, just fire a hash shell and take that 150 or 200 damage with you. Better than nothing, or better than bouncing the shot. So now it's time to play more aggressive as always. If we see we are leading, we are outnumbering the enemy, don't wait a lot. It's then the time to rush and make the difference instead of waiting. Sometimes waiting a lot when you are leading can go the wrong way, and sometimes instead of winning you will lose the battle because you didn't at the right moment rushed your enemy while you are leading at the correct moment. So if you see you are with your teammates and the enemy is close to you, you are outnumbering them, so just rush and do the difference to make sure to win the battle. Because sometimes if we wait a lot, the enemy becomes support, and then instead of an easy win or a sure win, sometimes will be a hard win or even it can get worse and you can even lose the battle. So always when you see, have a look at the minimap, you see you are outnumbering with your team the enemy in that position, just rush and yeah, finish and do the job instead of waiting. And the last one will be here, the T69, going completely from heavy side to medium side. I will try to get very close to him so I don't miss my hash shell shot. Here we go, going for 400 damage. And the last shot, I think, will be the WZ or the Penta 2. And with that, we are going here in this battle for 3.1k of damage. Again, also a lot of damage blocked, 820 of damage blocked, and a 3rd class mastery badge. So those two battles I think are the best showcase for this vehicle, to show you how to play with it, how to drive this tank. And yeah, I guess now and I hope now that you know if this tank fits your playstyle or not, if you want to go for it or not. So I hope that I could help you with this video to have a better idea about the Charlemagne, the new tier 8 British premium heavy tank, or also Charlemagne or Charlemagne, but actually it's a French name. It's the Kaiser of French few years ago, and it's called actually exactly in French Charlemagne. So yeah, so in my opinion now, my neutral opinion about this vehicle, as I told you actually in the beginning of this video, it's really for a skilled player. It's fun to play, but it's also sometimes yeah, frustrating when you can't spam everyone, when you need to aim a lot. And it's a special tank. It's a hull-down vehicle with actually a long reload time, up to, yeah, 12 seconds. But if you know each weak spot of each tank, if you know where you should use HE or hash shell or AP shell, and then we can do the maximum of damage, and then we can play effectively with this tank. So we need to be, yeah, a shells switcher artist to perform good battles with this vehicle, and it's definitely, those skills are not for beginner players. Yeah, we need to be skilled. Also another thing why this tank it's not for beginners, because it's a hull-down vehicles, and the hull, as we saw, anybody gonna pin you. So we need to play very careful, and we need to know what are we doing. That's it guys for this video. I don't want to talk a lot. I don't want to make this video so long for you, so I hope you enjoyed watching. Yeah, if yes, you know what to do. Smash the like button as hard as you can, but please don't break your phone or your mouse. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you are new watching my content, and see you soon for sure in the next video guys. Bye bye.